Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today I have another fruit episode for you, and I'm going to be talking about the Mamey Sapote or Mamey Sapote. And this fruit is probably not that familiar to people here in the United States, and it originated in Mexico and Central America and is cultivated and grown in many Latin American countries, also in the Caribbean. It grows really well in Florida. It can grow here in Arizona and also in Hawaii and other parts of the southern United States. You can grow this fruit, and it's a very interesting fruit. It kind of looks like a potato on the outside. Maybe it looks like even a sweet potato mixed with a normal potato that hangs from a tree. And one thing about this is the inside, or the flesh, is the edible part, is used in like ice cream and custards and things of that nature. Also, you can eat it just by itself. And before I dive into this, I want to run over some health benefits for them. They are very rich and high in nutrients. They are loaded with fiber, high in antioxidants. They're high in dietary iron. They're a good source of calcium, phosphorus, vitamin C, vitamin A, and magnesium. Each one of these, medium, or these are kind of small ones. They can get a lot bigger than this, but they contain 217 calories and 35 grams of natural sugar. So one thing you do need to worry, even though it's loaded with vitamins and nutrients, you can't just eat a ton of them because it's a good way to put on some pounds. But how do you eat one? Well, it's very simple. Here is a little closer look of it. And most likely if you buy them at your supermarket, I bought these at my Asian market, the Mekong supermarket, and they were $6.59 a pound, something like that. And so not super cheap. And they will normally be hard at the supermarket, so you need to let them ripen on your counter, much like you would an avocado. And so when they're ripe, they're going to be nice and soft like an avocado. And that's how you know that it's ripe and ready to go. And I'm going to just cut around this. And there's a pit in the middle somewhere. And this one has a really tiny pit. There can sometimes be a lot larger pit depending on the variety of Mamey Sapote that you get. There might be more than one in there. Sometimes there'll be up to 2 or 3. Here's a small little pit. And then if you're just going to eat them fresh like this, you can just take a spoon and scoop it out, and you can eat it, or scoop it out and put it in a milkshake, make ice cream with it, and probably do like pies, things like that. You can kind of treat it like sweet potato if you want, or like pumpkin. And I'm going to just come in here and take a little bite here. Yummy. It's very soft. There's like I taste a hint of cinnamon in it. It also reminds me of a mix between sweet potato and pumpkin pie. A lot of people say that, but that's because it does. It's pretty sweet. It's not overly sweet, but it is sweeter than a sweet potato. Very soft texture, and the texture is kind of hard to describe it. It's soft, a little bit of a grain. There's a hint of a grain to it. And but it's not unpleasant, the grainy, little grainy texture. But it's kind of hard to describe like the exact flavor for these. But that gives you an idea. Maybe a hint of honey in there too. Like honey, like a mix between honey, cinnamon, pumpkin pie, and sweet potato. Of course, tastes are subjective, so it might taste a little different, or it might taste like something else to you. Mmm. Highly nutritious fruit, very tasty. Works well in milkshakes and ice cream. Great foundation for that. You can cube it up and put it in with your, like a fruit salad, something like that if you wanted to. And it's very tasty just to eat it plain. Well, there you go. This is the Mamey or Mamey Sapote. Drop a comment down below and let me know if you've ever tried this fruit and if you like it. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or requests, put them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down in the corner, push it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into more of this. Oh yeah. Yeah. One thing I want to mention is other Mamey Sapotes, they might have a darker orange color around them, like the larger ones, the darker orange color, more like this color all the way around. And like I mentioned, the pit is going to be a lot larger sometimes. This is a very small pit, so I have a lot of flesh to eat, which is awesome.